Assalamu alaikum everyone and welcome back to Science Lesson 3. Today's topic is Push and Pull Experiment. Learning outcomes are: examine what caused an object to change the position by investigating push and pull. Let's brainstorm what we studied earlier. Earlier, we studied that forces make things move and they can stop things from moving as well. Investigate. But before we investigate, let's discuss few things. Why do some things float and some things sink? You have studied float and sink before in your English lesson. Do you remember? Yes, so that's what we are going to investigate: float and sink with the help of push and pull force. Think about these questions. Why can a paper boat float? And why does a paper clip sink? Think about it. Because the paper boat is light. The paper is lighter than the paper clips. Paper clips are made out of metal and metal is heavier than the paper. That's why if something is lighter, it floats, and if something is heavy, it will sink in the water. Look at this one: sink and float. Now, how it happens? How we know that object will float or sink? Whether an object sinks or floats, it is known by the balance between push and pull forces, the pull of gravity and the upwards push of the water helps to create this balance of float and sink. If you place a rubber duck on the water, you will notice that the duck will float because the push force of the water doesn't allow it to sink in the water, and the pull of the gravity helps the duck to stay and float on the water. Started with our today's experiment. I'm so excited. Let's see what happens. For this, you need a ball. You can use a plastic ball or a beach ball or a tennis ball, or if you don't have a ball at home, you can just crumble some paper and roll out a ball. You will place a ball in a big bowl of water, or if you have a tub of water, use that. Number 2, what you will do is you are going to push on the ball downwards with your hand and then move your hand away. Let the ball go away. What happens? Did you notice something? What do you think? The ball is going to float in the water? Yes or no? What's your answer? When you push on the ball in the water, explain what happened. Did you notice something? When you let go of the ball, you moved your hand. What happened to the ball? Why do you think this happened? Why there is such a change between float and sink? Which forces are helping you to do all this? Think about these questions. Share your experience with your siblings, your parents, and your teacher. Enjoy experimenting. You can also try this experiment with a big soccer or a football. If you have a bathtub, you can fill your bathtub with water and experiment using a big ball. Enjoy, and I will see you next week. Assalamu alaikum.